Okay, guys, so as requested by one of my most beloved viewers, I will tell you guys how to make money in the world. Okay, not only not only he asked how to make money in Thailand. I will tell no. By the way, this video is not supported by anybody. Okay, so I just have to support myself. Now, I've been living in Indonesia, in Bali, in Thailand, Philippines for years and years and years. And so, how do I support myself? Okay, so I just want to tell you if you're living in Thailand, it's rather easy. If you're living in Indonesia with a good internet connection, it's rather easy. If you live in Philippines, I. And how can I explain that? Internet is one important component. Internet speed. Okay, so eh, guys, I'm uh, I'm preparing for this. What? Look at what is it? What is it? Never-ending story. I cannot. Okay. So I just hope this will not fall into my laptop and destroy because the cap is not willing to go back on the bottle. So I will. David B. Something, my good friend. I mean, short-time friend, but still good friend. He gave me some ideas about how I can improve my channel. So, guys, how can you live outside of the US and outside of Norway and still make money? Cheers. And basically, it's all about the money, right? Because if you don't have money in this part of the world, you are esteemed lower than the dog. Okay. And you know who is lower than the dog? That is the family pig. So be prepared to be slaughtered if you don't have any money. So, number one, what you need to do if you're gonna move out from Norway, from Europe, from US, from Australia, from UK, and live in another country for a long time, you need a source of income. Ain't that right? I think that is a. I'm trying to look at this camera. Where's the hey. So I have I want to share with you some of my experiences, which goes way back. So I was a missionary in Romania back since 1989, since the time of Ceausescu. And then I begged the churches because they promised you, okay, if you want to be a missionary, we will support you. But the support they gave was basically nonsense. So, so back in the time, I got Norwegian mobile phones and I took them to Romania just to get some extra income. So, because if you're a missionary pastor, you are gonna encounter a lot of poor people, kids who are dying in hospital. How can you help them if the church in your country don't want to help them? You understand? For me, it was a very desperate situation because yes, I want to preach the gospel. I want to share the knowledge of God. But if if your people are dying of starvation or dying of sickness, and nobody's there to reach out. I mean, I am there like in the front line, you see, and I have no weapons, I have no ammunitions, and oh wow, oh my god. So it I was desperately thinking, how can I make my own money? Because obviously the church pastors don't want to give me the money for the work they sent me to do. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's just the background. I'm not going to preach anymore. Okay, what you have to do is you have always to use your brain to see. Okay, if you are going to another part of the world, like let's say you live in the US, you live in Norway, Germany, France, Sweden, Spain, Italy, Australia, like those considered rich countries. You have to design a way how can you make money, because without money, no honey. So I hope David B will enjoy this session. So me, I opened a company in Norway. When I was to India as a missionary, I realized, oh wow, the motorcycle parts are so cheap there, and I gamble because they have totally different names of the bikes. You see, so I gamble. I took in my suitcase when I was in missionary in India. I come back to know I bring in my suitcase the parts, and I had the old bikes in Norway because no church wants to. They say they want to support missionary work, but in reality they don't want to give a dime. So, and when you know all these needs, all the people, I planted churches. I planted churches. I built one nice church in India, all of my own money. I had the crusade in India with my all old money. I mean, old money, not old, my fresh money. So because the churches they say, yeah, we are missionary minded, and when you get there, they don't even want to give a dollar to you until the person you wanted to help is dead. That is a serious experience for me. Like we had this 8-year-old girl in Romania. I was a missionary in Romania, and we came across this. I was very active, in the parks, in the streets, outgoing missionary, really. And I came across this family. They had been living in the streets, but they recently got a room. But their daughter, they have two daughters and one son, by the way. So the daughter, Sandika, in Romania, in Constanța, she obviously had tuberculosis. But, if they said she had tuberculosis, it means that the government would have to intervene. No, they just call it AIDS. Because AIDS is not curable. You understand? So I personally had to. I baptized that girl before she died. I baptized her before she died. But you know who they came to when she was dead? 8-year-old girls. They came to me. And the churn in Norway, they never gave me one dime for it. So they put it in dead on the table in my room, and all the family came there. I say it was in the midwinter, like very freezing, and I said, what I'm gonna do? So, and I never get reimbursed from my church. Never get reimbursed from my church. So we took from our very meager, small support from the church in Norway, me and my humble Norwegian family. And it was freezing cold, right? So we have to go there in the middle of the winter. You had to use some special tools to even break the ground to make a hole for her grave. Then we had to order the coffin. I watched them as they prepared the coffins, and I was the one to pay for everything. And like I said, the Norwegian government, I mean, not the Norwegian government, the Norwegian church never reimbursed us. I mean, the tragic thing is that she died because the Romanian system was not able to cure her, to treat her. When I found her, just skin and bones in the room in Constanza, I immediately, with no delay, transferred her to the hospital. But they say, it's too late. So I had to bury that 8-year-old girl. I asked the church in Norway for help. 6 weeks after I buried her, then they said, yeah, maybe we can give you a couple of $100. I told her, I buried the girl 8 weeks ago. Why didn't you respond while she was still alive? Okay, this is too much. Maybe David B will not like this one, but I give some anecdotes from my life. The thing is that organized religion is not always flexible. Let me see. It was crazy. Can you imagine? I am there. I'm the pastor. I'm 30 years old, and her whole family they bring the dead body of Sandika, 8 years old, put on a table and say, "What are you gonna do about her?" I don't even want to talk too much about it. I don't wanna talk about it too much, but I just want to tell you, life is challenging, and yeah, God bless you all.